We don't need any props, although it can help to have a blanket nearby. We may or may not explore life off the mat. Today we'll dance with functional and primal movements mixed in with familiar vinyasa poses and postures. Let's start off on our backs. Feet as wide as the mat, knees resting in towards each other, and placing your hands wherever feels like a good place to rest your hand. Let's take this opportunity to let go of any unnecessary tension. And the first step in that process of letting go is accepting support. Begin to notice where your body meets the ground. And allow the ground to rise up and meet you where you are resting on those points of contact. And those points of contact become even heavier into the ground. Possibly the base of your skull, rather the back of your skull, your shoulder, the back of your hip. And accept the support of your breath. You are supported from the inside out. Take a couple more cycles of breath to notice what it feels like to be in your body today. What does it feel like to be in this body right here, right now, without any judgments or expectations or shoulding? Feel free to set any intention you would like to practice today. Simply being open, being curious. Allow this practice of breath and movement to be a practice of moving through any areas of stuckness or stagnation. It could be anything. And release your arms at your sides. If your eyes were closed, you could keep them closed or slowly open them. Let's do a couple windshield wipers with the knees, warming up our hips between internal rotation and external rotation, moving as mindfully as you would like, side to side. Best you can, releasing the base of the neck and the base of the skull. 2 more times, each direction. Let's meet center with the knees resting in towards each other. Let's free our wings. Reach your arms straight up to the sky, palms together, and plug your shoulder blades down to the ground. And keep your elbows straight. Subtle movement side to side, rocking. It's a subtle movement. As you straighten your elbows, you'll find the movement in your shoulder blades. Bring it to center. Keep the arms straight. Plug the shoulder blades down to the ground and reach right fingertips up. Right shoulder blade lifts as the left shoulder blade stays heavy to the ground. And switch. We're freeing up the fibers of our upper back. Moving through any areas of stuckness. This area tends to get sticky. If we're sitting at a desk or in one position for a long time. One more time, each direction. And bring it to center. Interlace your hands behind your head. Let's free up the neck. Elbows close together. And chin slightly nodding inward. Use that strength of your hands and your arms to lift your heavy head. So your head is heavy in the basket of your hands. Lower down on the inhale and elbows wide. Let's do that 5 more times. Rhythm of your own breath. Right, so you're inviting in the sense of support to carry into the strengthening, into the bigger movements. You don't need to grip the grip throughout the joints. And you have this sense of support. And then we'll meet with your head down, elbows wide. Bring your feet in so they're inner hip width distance apart, knees up to the sky, and some hip lifting. Lift the hips like halfway and lower down. So you're not trying to make this your biggest lifting of the hips. Keep those hips about in line with your knees. And keep the ribs and the sides of the waist soft. You're inviting this sense of roundedness to the foundation of your feet. Press through the heels as you lift from your sitting bones. 2 more times. Let's start to put that together. And we'll meet with the hips halfway up, And again, elbows close together and curl up, maybe curling up a little bit more, but keep the head heavy and lower it down. And elbows wide, hips down. Hips halfway lift, elbows close together, and curl up without any unnecessary tension from the neck and lower. 2 more times. Hips halfway lift, waking up the back side of our body. This is an area of the back side that doesn't often get enough attention and love in modern day living. We're using this practice to balance out our habitual patterns of movement and being, not to judge, but rather to balance out and acknowledge our 3-dimensionality. On the mat and off the mat. 1 more time, elbows close together, lifting up, and elbows wide, hips down. Bring the right knee in over your right hip and the left knee in. Flex the ankles. Now we'll roll side to side with a supine twist. So lower your right knee to the ground, then left knee on top, and now left elbow towards the right elbow to curl inward. And then open up the left elbow to the left, and then the left knee to center, and then the right knee. To the left side, left knee, right elbow looking inward towards the left elbow, right elbow to the left. And open up, leading with the right elbow, right knee up. And then make that as fluid as you like, side to side. I'm going to commit. Couple more people. Let's see. Yay. Let's do that 2 more times, each direction. Rolling on the ground as a grown-up. It's a great way to remind yourself not to take yourself too seriously. And we'll meet center. And hug your knees into your chest. Circle it around. 4 times each direction. Yay. Now 3 rock and rolls, forward and back. So we'll practice today rolling in different directions. Rolling is a fundamental movement skill in which the more complex patterns are built. Come onto your hands and knees. And we'll start off with wrist exploration. You'll place your hand, each hand in a different angle in wrist extension. Don't linger there for too long, and then switch your angle. So you're exploring the movement possibilities in your wrists with awareness and compassion. You can keep your shoulders over your wrist, or you can walk the hands a little bit more forward and it will be less intense. Exploring, moving with love, not trying to force anything. A couple more times in wrist extension. Showing our hands love. Out in the world, doing good things in our little worlds, in our homes during this time. And then bring it to center, and we'll explore different angles of wrist flexion. So flip onto the back of your hands, and for this one, you might need to bring the hands closer or further away. So fingertips can rotate out, back, forward, right? Playing with how far your hands are away from you. It's called graded exposure. You're gradually exposing your wrist joint, and this wrist joints and hands in this case, at different angles. Again, acknowledging our three-dimensionality, our potential for movement in different planes. And then bring it to center and hands and knees onto all fours. And let's continue to warm up the hips. Extend your right leg back behind you, belly and ribs in. And we'll circle the right knee forward. Bend the right knee towards your right elbow and then reach it back. 3 more times in this direction. Be mindful that you're not dumping into the left side. So best you can, distribute the weight evenly between left hand and right hand. And 4 more times the other direction. Reverse. You can think of this movement for our joints, like oil for the Tin Man, Tin Woman. We'll switch sides, right knee down, left leg extends out. And bend the knee, left knee forward and around. Yeah, 4 times each direction. Again, distribute the weight evenly as best you can for your hands. And we'll bring it to center after you've done 4 times each direction. As you bring it to center, have a seat on your heels. Interlace your hands, a little bit more wrist prep, and circle your wrist around. 5 to 6 times each direction. Relax the shoulders, soften the front of the body to the back. And bring your fingertips to your shoulders, elbows wide. You need to circle around. Bring your elbows in towards each other, up and away from each other. Waking up the back body. For another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Elbows wide. You're going to alternate like you're doing the backstroke. Again, we're freeing up the shoulder blades, an important area to prep, especially before we bring our arms overhead. For 3, 2, and 1. Arms out to the sides and palms away. You can imagine you're holding onto some kind of knobs. And internal and external rotation. So flip the palms up and down. Like this, a couple of times, as fast or slow as you like. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the arms. Allow the inner borders of your shoulders to widen away from the base of your neck. Now stand up on your knees, and we're going to do some sun A variations first on your knees. So like we did for bridge pose, make sure as you stand on your knees that you're engaging the area around your sitting bones. Sweep your arms up, inhale, and as you exhale, make your way into a variation of child's pose, hips back. Inhale, float forward, hands and knees. And as you exhale, curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Now in this first down dog, feel free to pedal it out or move in any way that feels more like you. And then we'll flow between those shapes. Lower your knees down with every breath you like. And then bring your hips back into child's pose. Stand on your knees like we started. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Bring the palms together if you want. And then exhale. Slide the hands forward, hips back. Child's pose. Inhale, forward, hands and knees. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. On breath, flow through that, knees down. Child's pose. And sweep the arms up as you stand on your knees, engage the bottom fibers of your bottom. Child's pose. And flow through that. 2 more times. Rhythm of your own breath. rhythm of your own breath. Feel free to linger in any shape that you need extra attention and awareness. So we like to spend a little bit more time in. Also keeping that awareness of having your own back, right? That sense of support in the back body. Other areas of your body don't need to work overtime. They don't need to grip. Own breath. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Spin your heels to the left. And press through your hands, especially your right hand, as you keep lifting your hips up and back, stretching out to the right side of the body. And spin through center, heels to the right, and press with your left hand. Drop your head, so you're maintaining like a downward dog shape. The hips, bring it to center. Come forward into plank pose, and then lower your knees down, and lower all the way to the ground. We're going to practice rolling side to side, rolling to sit position. Again, another important fundamental movement pattern. Lift the shoulders away from the ground, bend your right knee, and open up the right hip and place the right foot behind you on the ground. Then press on up into a seated position and bring your right elbow to your belly. So we're rolling side to side, the seated position. Reverse that, right hand down, and lower your forehead down, your chest, your right hip, right knee, and right foot on the ground. Keep the shoulders lifted, bend the left knee, and open up the left hip, left foot behind you, press on up, and left elbow to the belly. And keep flowing through that, rolling to seated position, moving with purpose and intention. It's all good to explore and slow down those areas where you feel like the movement is not as useful. This is all self-inquiry, curiosity. Do that 3 more times, each direction. Making it as fluid as you can at this scale of rolling to the side and pressing up into a seated position invites us to move parts of our body in a more integrated way. It's also functional core work in our core, connecting upper body and lower body. After you've finished 3 times each direction, you feel your triceps walking back to you. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Push yourself back on up through child's pose. Look forward onto all fours. Downward facing dog, pedal it out. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Then ragdoll. Bend your knees a lot until your belly and your ribs touch your thighs. You can flip your palms up, back of the hands on the ground. Unload your spine and your head. If you want opposite hand to opposite elbow. Hands can gently suggest elbows closer to the ground as you soften your hip creases and the base of your ribs. Thinking of one thing in your life that you can let go of, but no longer serves you positively. Release your hands to the ground. Press down to the feet. Belly flies in and up as you roll on up one vertebrae at a time. And the last thing to come on up as you reorientate yourself in space, roll the shoulders back 3 times. And we'll stay at the back of the mat. Root down, rise up, sweep your arms up, interlace your fingers, and release index fingers and thumb. Lean on over to the right. Root down through the legs, and 10 little bounces at end range here. And we're reminding and acknowledging our body's ability to bounce back. Body bouncing back. Bouncing back to a new form. Come back on up and to the left. Use your arms straight, 10 little bounces. Body resiliency. Back on up to center. One of my favorites, tahina jar, scraping up the last of the tahina from the jar. 5 times each direction, another 3-dimensional movement. If there's one point in the plane you would like to stretch into, to breathe into, go for it. And then let's meet at the top, separate the hands, you can gaze up. And we'll fold forward, hands to the heart, hinge at the hips, softness in the knees, fold forward. Then walk your hands forward into downward facing dog. Rolling wave as we articulate through our spine. Lift your heels, drop your tailbone and roll forward. Shoulders over the wrist, press the heels back, and then lower the hips down, press the hands down, and make your way into an up dog variation. Drop the chin and articulate through the spine. So like a cobra hood, upward back, spinal flexion until you roll it back into downward facing dog. 3, 4 more times like that. Rhythm of your own breath. So really acknowledging the postures in between the postures. Acknowledging the movement between point A and point B, rather than rushing. Acknowledging the potential of movement through the spine and our wave-like nature. Exploring the relationship between lines and circles, spirals. After your last round, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees, pull back so you get more springy. And step your right foot forward, closer to your right thumb. So not the center, not in between your hands, but closer to your right thumb. Then your back foot about 45-degree angle, and you may need to adjust. Warrior 1. So finding a position with your legs that the center of your sternum is about in line with the inside of your right knee for today. So many different variations. Then lower the arms straight out in front of you. Bring the palms together as you flex to the spine like you're about to take a dive. Mindful flexion. And we'll make our way into, so this is like a cat-like posture, more into a cow-like posture. Keep the palms together, bring the heels and hands to your heart. As you open up the arms, palms up into more like a cow-like posture, spinal extension. And then exhale, lower your hands to the top of your right foot. And here you might notice you need a different stance or stay where you are. Lengthening through the right leg. So you might be lengthening the right leg a tiny bit as you fold inward. Really heavy in that back heel. And then bend through the front knee. Sweep the arms to the side as you press down through both legs and reach the arms up. So we'll flow with those variations. Lower the arms in front of you, palms together, rounding slightly. Bring the hands in, inhale, and exhale. Going for a little dive, both hands on top of your right foot. Breath or two as you lengthen through the front leg. It might just be a little bit, that's all good. And flow through that 3 more times, rhythm of your own breath. 3 more times, back heel, heavy into the ground. Rhythm of your own breath. Maybe you find you need an extra breath or two in your pyramid pose. Maybe you need some more time in a shape, in a movement that explores looking inward and self-acknowledgement and respect. 3 more times, rhythm of your own breath. We're slowing things down. Again, to acknowledge the postures in between the postures. Right. Taking a stand through the legs through the movement. You're finding power in your path to support the bigger movements through the placement of your feet on the earth. And strong legs. And we'll meet in Warrior One. Lower your hands down to the ground and step it back into downward facing dog. Feel free to move in any way that feels more like you. And one rolling wave as an option, everything's optional. Forward cycle, rolling wave. Belly and ribs and press the earth away with your hands and the balls of your feet. Lift your heels, bend your knees, get really springy. Left foot forward, closer to your left thumb. Then the back foot about 45-degree angle, and you might find you need to shorten the stance. Back heel really heavy, press to the front heel, rising on up into Warrior One. Your Warrior One, so the sternum about in line with the center towards inner left knee. And bring your arms parallel. You can bring the palms together, round through the spine into your cat-like pose. And bend the elbows wide, heel the hands to your heart. An acknowledgement of expanding out from the heart. Open up, and back leg clear and strong. And folding inward, both hands on top of your left foot, and lengthen through the front leg. Might just be a little bit, and that's all good. And one more time together, bend through the front knee. Sweep the arms up. And on your exhale, palms together, looking inward. Soften the sides of the waist back. Bend the elbows wide. Connect to the heart, and from there, expand out. And lower both hands, top of the left foot. Begin to squeeze your left leg towards straight. That's the direction, not the goal. 3 more times, rhythm of your own breath. You might want to explore a different rhythm on this side. Bend the elbows, open up through the collarbones back, arm bones back, shoulder blades back. Acknowledging how those parts of your shoulder move together. About 2 more times. Rhythm of your own breath. This dance between contraction and expansion, this pulsation of looking inward and expanding outward. About 1 more, but feel free to linger wherever you like. The opportunity to check in with your own rhythm. And we'll meet in Warrior One. Lower your hands down to the ground. Step back into downward facing dog. Again, inviting in that sense of springiness. You lift your heels, bend your knees, and then step your right foot to your right hand as you reach. Lift your right hand away from the ground, right palm forward. And right hand down, right leg back. Left side. So we're bringing in a sense of springiness, our ability to rebound side to side. Right, so getting some nice slow, fluid movements. We're bringing that sense of flow, or sense of rebound. One more time, each direction, and also getting the heart rate up. Move through any areas of stagnation. Let's bring it to center, into plank pose. And spin your heels to the left hand stays on the ground, right arm up to the sky, side plank variation. Take whatever modifications you need, and lift the bottom hip up higher and arc up. Right bicep over right ear. And then right hand down, plank pose. To the other side, spin your heels to the right, left arm up. Press whatever's touching the ground away, arc up, and center. 2 more times each direction. Rhythm of your own breath, plugging that bottom shoulder blade to the back of the heart. Taking whatever modifications you like. Some pockets of fire through the movement today. This is another example of rolling side to side. Right, integrated core work, functional core. And we'll lean all the way onto our bellies, crocodile pose to pause and notice and process. Overlap one hand on top of the other, forehead to your hands, soften your shoulders. Allow your breath to settle. Finding the power in the pause to support you for whatever's coming next. All right. Reminder not to take yourself too seriously. Sense of playfulness and curiosity. Like we did standing into Fina Jar, interlace your hands and extend them in front of you. You're gonna lift your elbows, your hands, and your knees and your feet away from the ground. We'll make our way to rolling to the right into a boat pose variation. It is super awkward to start. You'll bring your hands in front into a boat variation. Ooh, surprise, sneaky core. And then keeping your elbows and best you can, your knees lifted. Roll through center. Woo! To the other side. In case you were, again, taking yourself too seriously. Side to side. You might find you need a little extra roll from one side. Holding for a beat or two. Rolling through center. Woo! Be curious. Some parts may be more easeful than others. We'll do 2 more each side. Right, our ability to roll reflects our ability to integrate upper body and lower body through the core. And also, it's fun to see a bunch of grown-ups rolling on the ground. I can't see you all, but I know we're all rolling together. Whew. Nice work, center, for the best crocodile pose ever. Way to rock and roll. Relax your face, let your breath settle. Woo. Relax the shoulders, relax your face and your eyeballs. And slowly make your way onto your hands into a seated position. Cross at your ankles. And bring your feet as wide as the mat. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. Yay, fun times. And hands behind you. So we'll windshield wiper here in a seated position. So knees side to side. And moving mindfully. This windshield wiper seated. Also an important lead up and add on to a rolling practice. Now stay here if you like. A little bit more core challenge. Interlace your hands behind your head and elbows wide. And it helps to have your sitting bones heavy to the ground So as the knees pass through center, it's a little bit more rounding inward, and then lift and expand upward as the knees land to one side. There's a little bit of a cat-cow going on here. For a little bit more, as the knees lower to one side, press down through the knees and use the bottom fibers to lift you up, bottom fibers of your bottom to lift the hips up. Be mindful as you can lower it down and switch to the other side and lift up. Side to side. Yeah. This one always is surprisingly challenging to me when I first start. Let's do 3 more, each direction. Embracing the curiosity for potential to move in different ways. Our bodies, our nervous systems love just the right amount of novelty to keep things interesting and balanced. Nice. And we'll meet center after you've done your 3 times each direction. Center, release your arms. Extend the legs out in front of you. And hands by your sides, root down, lift up. Shake it out. Now one of my other favorite moves, little booty walk. So you can take your hands to your heart, palms together. It's a nice rinse cycle and also mimics the natural movement of walking. Reach your right leg forward, so the right hip will reach forward, and the left, walking on your bum to the top of the mat, and then back. This is for entertainment purposes only. No, it's also functional, but it's fun. All the way to the back. Feel free to make any wardrobe adjustments you need. Does have a potential to pull your pants down. Forward and back. More fun, functional core. We'll do one more all the way back. Woo, it's a lot harder than it looks. And then halfway forward. And you may want to go a little bit more forward because we are going to roll back. And then hands down for the landing. Shake it out, nice work. Now we're going to roll back into a plow pose variation. So first, feet about inner hip width distance apart, hands by your side, fingertips forward or fingertips to the side, press down. And as you press your inner thighs down, lift the sides of your body, broadening through the collarbones. Inner thighs press down, and then engage the lower part of your belly in and up to help support. And the back of the skull lifts up. The reason why I say back of the skull lifting up is that if you think from the top of your head, there's a tendency for the chin to lift up. Back of the head lifts up. Good. And now, fingertips forward. Slide your hands forward. You're not going to grab onto the feet, and you're not going for your deepest variation. The gentle acknowledgement, subtle action of flexion through the spine. And then we're going to roll. To slide the hands back, press down, pause here. And then you'll bend your elbows down and only roll back to your shoulders as you lift the legs up and back. Only to your shoulders. The feet may or may not touch. And then roll down, press yourself up, pause here. It's slightly addictive. And then slide forward without reaching for your feet. Inhale, slide the hands back, pause. Then lower down on your exhale, only to the shoulders. Roll it forward and stack pose, pause. So taking pause in between and fold forward. Sliding it back and roll back only to the shoulders. My feet aren't touching. And so meet yourself where you are. Depends on where you are today. Let's do that 5 more times. Rhythm of your own breath. Keeping that core awareness. Or as you pause at the top, the lower belly flies in and up to help support you. Or to bring yourself up on the exhale, again, there's that lower belly flying in and up. And if you have any neck injuries, you need to be mindful, modify however you need. Practicing rolling not only side to side, forward and back, as we explore moving different planes of movement. Our core integrating, again, upper body and lower body through breath and movement. I think that's about the last one. If you want to keep on rolling, keep on rolling. Let's meet in forward fold. You grab onto the feet if you like. Bend the knees. If your hands are not touching the feet and it's fair and friendly for you, you can even grab onto the tops of the feet, belly to thighs, elbows wide, and from there, you can extend the legs a little or a lot. Breathe into your back body. You have a tendency to over-effort the front of our body, over-effort the individual self. Make sure it's balanced breath to the back body as well. And slowly releasing. Make your way on up. A little roll down if you want. Extend out through the heels, reach the arms forward. Lift up the armpits, plug back, and then roll it down. So you're bringing your tailbone forward, sitting bones towards your heels. Reach the heels forward as you roll it down onto your back. Now bring your feet and legs together, toes up to the sky. Reach your arms overhead and interlace your fingers and press your palms away from you. So let's use the effort of our legs and our arms, our feet and our hands to create equal strength in opposing directions to invite in a sense of self-traction and spaciousness. So as inhale, breathe into the physical perimeters of your being. And as you exhale, ha out of your mouth and tap into that lower belly coming in and out. So as you inhale, you can soften. As you exhale, ha, and reach through your feet and the palms to the back of the room. And do that a couple more times. On the inhale, you can soften the belly. Exhale, ha, reach through your feet and your hands. Do that 3 more times. Rhythm of your own breath. Ha. As if you're bringing your belly towards the ground. Ha. Nice way to hug into your sense of center and self in which to expand. Now slowly release. Slide your upper body and your lower body to the left. And you can reach out and expand out from here. Keep your legs awake and reach through your heels as if you're standing up like we did before the VINYASA. And then bring it to center and other side. Slide the upper body, lower body. Reach and expand. Slowly bring it to center. Release your arms at your sides, palms down, bend your knees, and flowing bridges. So make sure you have space again for your arms overhead. And palms facing down. Press to the outline of your feet. Pressing, as you press down to the heels, lift your sitting bones and reach your arms overhead. Lifting your hips only as high as your knees, and then lower your hips down. And lower your arms down. Lower your arms down, lower your hips down. Hips and arms reach overhead. And lower your arms and lower your hips. 6 more times. This is a nice posture. The rinse cycle. It's a nice posture to center and also a nice prep for what we're about to explore. About to explore life off the mat. Making sure that we are not limiting ourselves to the rectangle of our mat. physically, mentally, emotionally. I could feel free to keep exploring that, or I'm going to reach my one hand to the opposite top corner. So I'll start off with my right arm lifting up, and to the top left corner, flip the left palm up. And then as you lower the hips, lower the arm down. You can take pause to watch. Now left arm reaches to the top right corner. I'm going to look towards my hand, and I'm kind of rolling on towards the outer right shoulder, right palm up and down. Keep doing that, exploring that. And so I'm really acknowledging the spirals and the diagonals of my body. I'm moving through different planes of movement to balance it out. Linear, modern living. Do that 2 more times, rhythm of your own breath. Embracing awkward. Okay, and now you can keep on with that, or we'll roll all the way out over to the side and make our way into child's pose, facing the center of the mat or around. So I'm going to start off with my right hand. As I lift my hips, I reach my right arm to the top left corner. I look, and I put my left palm up, and then my left knee comes down, and I cross my right knee past over my left foot, and I roll myself on up and land in child's pose. In the same way you came in, so right hand to the right, I look to the right, I reach my left arm to the left, left palm up, and I'm going to roll over my left shoulder and my left arm, bringing my right knee to center and my left knee to center. And where I started, bridge pose. And we'll keep switching sides. So left arm, as the little hips lift. The left arm reaches to the top right corner, right palm up, right knee down. Sweep your left knee over your right knee. Come onto both knees and face the center of the mat, child's pose. Left arm out, right palm up. Look to the left and roll over your right shoulder. It's super awkward to start for sure. Keep exploring that. Lift the hips, right arm to the top left corner, left palm up, left knee down. Sweep your right knee towards your right elbow. That's the direction. And press yourself up. Child's pose, right arm, left arm. So always looking through the hand in which is reaching upward with the palm down. A couple more times, or feel free to explore any of the other variations before, any of those other building blocks. Always looking away from the palm that is up on the way back. A couple more times. Center. One more time. Roll yourself to center. Accept the support of the ground. Rolling on the ground is a nice centering, grounding practice. Let's meet with the knees resting in towards each other, hands on your lower belly. And pause and notice any shifts or changes. Reflecting on what that rolling experience was like for you. Without any judgments or expectations. And extend your arms out wide. A couple windshield wipers here. Let's meet with the knees to the left. Knees to the left. Flex your right ankle, stay here, or you can cross your left knee over your right thigh bone. Gaze could be center, head can be center, or look to the right. And if you feel any discomfort in your right knee, uncross that top ankle. And slowly releasing, uncross. Switch sides to the right, cross right ankle over left thigh, looking to the left. Okay, so core awareness here, belly in and up. And slowly releasing on cross. Knees to center, feet together. Hug both knees into your chest. Teeny tiny, medium or bigger circles, about 8 times in each direction. And feel free to take any other shape you need. Round out your practice, about 6 cycles of breath. You suggest a supine twist. You can take a simple variation, knees to the left. If you want a nice little hip stretch, you take supine pigeon. Just crossing right ankle over the left thigh. About 6 cycles of breath, or about 3 to 4 cycles of breath on each side. With the 8 total. Try not to think about it too much. Go in with whatever your body asks for. Feel free to linger longer if you like. We'll meet in your resting shape. After you like straight out, feel free to grab a blanket and roll it up to fill in the space between the back of the neck and the ground, or you can put a corner of the blanket to the base of your skull, or constructive rest pose. As we enter a space of non-doing, allow yourself to be supported. Start by noticing the points of contact, the points of your body touching the ground. Allow the ground to support you. The ground is rising up to meet you where you are right here, right now. And again, allow those points of contact to be heavier below the earth. Allow your body to melt and spread across your floor. No longer controlling or manipulating the breath. You are breathed, you are supported from the inside out. Allow the contents of your brain to settle. Let the bones of your face be heavy. And taking, again, a couple more cycles of breath. Reflect on what it feels like to be in your body. To be at home in your body, right here, right now. And now bring awareness to the air flowing in and out of both sides of your nostrils, both nostrils. Noticing the air flowing in, the air flowing out. And noticing if one nostril, without any judgment, is more open than the other. Slowly bend your knees. And with awareness, roll to the side where the nostril is more open. Rolling to the side, you can rest your head on your bottom bicep. Couple cycles of breath, allowing using this little short amount of time, both sides of the nostrils to even out. And with awareness, slowly make your way up. Comfortable seated position. Eyes can be closed or a soft gaze. Overlap your hands on top of your heart. Heaviness of your sitting bones into the earth. As you ground, inner body becomes more buoyant with the breath. Lifting your heart up into your hands. And think of one thing in your life that you are grateful for, no matter how big or small. And we'll end together with one cleansing breath. First, empty out all the air from your lungs. Inhale through your nose, fill up. And keep your heart lifted, exhale high. And as always, gratitude for practicing together. May it all be of benefit to us and everybody else around us. Namaste.